very long time ago, in a faraway land, there was an honest man who, after the tragic death of his wife, married the proudest and most arrogant woman in the world. She had 2 daughters from her previous marriage. They were exactly like her in every way. The honest man also had a daughter of about the same age as the 2 girls, but she was of unparalleled goodness, like her own mother. Not long after they married, the stepmother became jealous of the good qualities of her new husband's daughter. The girl's charm, her kindness and beauty made the spoiled daughters seem even more ugly and unbearable. Out of spite, the stepmother gave the poor girl the hardest house-cleaning duties, cleaning carpets, waxing floors, washing windows, and scrubbing the sisters' bedrooms. While the 2 sisters slept on soft beds, enjoyed the luxury of large mirrors and richly carpeted bedrooms, the poor girl was condemned to sleep in the attic on a bed made of straw. And yet, through it all, she remained gentle and kind and never complained, not even to her father. Although he was kind and devoted to his family, he was now completely ruled by his new wife. When the girl's daily work was done, she used to sit in the chimney corner to rest among the ashes and cinders. Her younger and older sisters would tease her and call her names.
You cinder maid! You filthy maid! You dirty servant!
The younger sister, however, who was less rude, called her Cinderella, and that was the name that was used ever since. No matter how finely the sisters dressed, Cinderella was much more beautiful. One day, it was announced that the king's son was to hold a series of balls. Invitations were sent out to all the rich and noble households. The sisters were naturally invited. They were very proud and happy and spent days deciding what they would wear. Perhaps they would even dance with the prince. This spelled additional trouble for Cinderella, whose duty was to iron their dresses and starch the linen. The sisters talked of nothing but their clothes.
I shall wear my red velvet dress with trimmings of French lace.
And I will have my ordinary silk gown on, but I shall put on my diamond tiara, which is more beautiful than anything you may wear.
And they began to quarrel. The sisters became so angry and the dispute so heated that Cinderella, who was known for her excellent taste, was called in to settle the argument. She gave them her best advice and gently offered to dress them herself, and especially to arrange their hair. In the evening, Cinderella was helping to brush their hair in preparation for the ball.
Cinderella, don't you wish you were going to the ball tonight?
Oh, miss, you're only teasing me. I've never been to a ball.
You are right. People would laugh should they see a maid at a ball. Your place is at home, scrubbing the dishes.
In the face of such rudeness, anyone but Cinderella would have made a mess of their hair. But since Cinderella was good-natured and patient, she made sure that their hair was smooth and even. For 2 days before the ball, they barely ate anything. They wanted to look thin and graceful. As Cinderella helped them tighten their corsets, at least a dozen laces broke, and they lost their temper over and over again. At last they were ready. Their dresses sparkling and their hair dazzling, the sisters left for the ball. Cinderella followed them with her eyes, and when they were out of sight, she sat down by the kitchen fire and began to cry.
Tell me, do dreams ever come true? To change my fate, what should I do? May my life be shiny and new, and not remain just a dream. If I could be like a princess, with the new shoes and the lovely dress, I'd be so happy, I confess, if I could go to the ball.
Immediately, her godmother, who was a fairy, appeared at her side.
What's wrong, my dear?
Oh, I wish.
You want to go to the ball, don't you?
Yes.
Well, I know you are a good girl, and I think we can arrange something. Now first, run into the garden and fetch me the largest pumpkin you can find.
Wondering how this could help her go to the ball, Cinderella brought back the ripest pumpkin she could find. The fairy scooped it hollow, and having left nothing but the rind, she waved her wand. In a flash, the pumpkin had changed into a spectacular coach, gilded with gold and studded with gems. Then the fairy looked into the mousetrap and found 6 little grey mice.
Cinderella,
Uh-huh.
lift the trap door, please.
The fairy gave each mouse a gentle tap with her wand, and instantly each mouse changed into a beautiful grey horse.
Now we have a fine set of 6 horses. But what shall we do for a coachman, my Cinderella?
Fairy godmother, I know. Let us see if there are any rats in the rat trap.
That's an excellent idea. Go and have a look.
Oh! There are 3 big rats in the rat trap.
Oh, this one has the longest whiskers. He's going to be a perfect coachman.
With a touch of her wand, in a flash, he became the fattest, jolliest coachman ever seen.
Go again into the garden and bring me 6 lizards. You can find them behind the watering can.
As soon as Cinderella was back with the lizards, the fairy godmother turned them into 6 footmen, who scampered behind the coach as if they had been footmen all their lives.
Cinderella, here are your coach and horses, your coachman and your footman. Now you can go to the ball.
Oh, fairy godmother, everything is so beautiful. But how can I show myself in this old dress?
Oh, I completely forgot.
A tap of the wand on the ragged dress was all that was needed. As if by magic, Cinderella was wearing a ball gown of gold and silver, decorated with jewels.
Oh, all you're missing now are slippers. Here you have the prettiest glass slippers in the world.
Oh,
Now, off you go, Cinderella. But remember, if you stay 1 minute after midnight, your coach will instantly turn back into a pumpkin. Your horses into mice, your coachman into a rat, and your footman into lizards.
Oh,
And your elegant dress back into rags.
I will remember, Fairy Godmother, until midnight, and not a minute longer. Thank you. Thank you so much for everything.
Cinderella, her heart full of joy, drove off to the ball.